everybody. Welcome to the All-American Otaku Show. Today's episode is about the anime Apothecary Diaries. So far, there is two seasons. This anime is very well oriented and detailed. It goes into more of a slice of life. The main character named Maomao, who is a apothecary who are really into plants and medicine and poisons and toxins. She was at start off picking up herbs and medicines to put in her bag, as well as going to do with the apothecary work, where she works as an apothecary for the courtesans at a in the pleasure district in the mainland area of China. She ends up getting kidnapped by bandits and taken into working for the palace where the emperor is. She puts on various uglier makeup so she could hide from people from the courtesans so they won't go after her, but they seen through it and took her into their inwards thinking they could get a quick buck. She ends up working on the servants while she finds out what was going on with one of the courtesans, or no, concubines, sorry. And they find out that this concubine was slowly getting poisoned by the medicine, and then goes into the other main character. Can't really remember his name on top of my head, who is posing as a eunuch who seems to have a lot more power than most eunuchs or people working in there, that even the emperor himself seems to be sort of scared of, sort of worried about. He ends up There ends up being a will they won't they love triangle between the two. I'm not going to go to spoil who this main guy is, but he's more than just a simple eunuch or a simple person who's working for the palace. She ends up eventually working as a lady of waiting for one of the high concubines as a poison tester. News to her, she likes great food, and she even likes the taste of poison, and she's practically immune to almost all forms of poison and toxins. This leads to the idea of more mystery of what's going on. Each episode has a story mystery to follow. It goes into more of more court politics. You find out who her dad really is, who's not just a doctor, by the way. It goes into more the idea of what maneuver she goes to stay alive, as well as to the idea of more into her field of apothecary. She goes into working for the quack doctor, who they end up being friends, even though she doesn't look really good at him at first. Ends up like, well, this guy is a really nice guy, but even though he doesn't really know too much more about medicine or doctoring, she ends up going for the pregnancy, finding out the makeup is poisoned, as well as him meeting various friends who she was working with the laundry aspect. Ends up even working for the emperor himself at one point, helping the emperor through these doors and proving that he is truly divine right to be emperor. You end up finding more of a mystery of who she is, more mystery of the past. This idea is more of a detective story using medicine, using the idea of plants, the idea of lizard tails, and trying to find reincarnation and which doesn't exist. One of the concubines fakes her own death, ends up going escaping, going off to a guy. One concubine ends up getting taken, given to another general, which was the plan all along because the concubine fell in love with this general guy and they couldn't really be together. So she dances and fakes that the emperor wouldn't want her. So the concubine ends up going to the emperor. They end up getting married. There's ends up you have her collection of friends who teaches her how to one another friend how to get a new job through the thing when her contract is up. You also have the idea of what political unrest and foreign dignitaries come there. The idea of firearms, assassinations. There was someone trying to assassinate this, who we assume was a eunuch at one point. You also have the idea of the people against the idea of China, the idea of ancient China, the restrictions. This is, if you really like a good mystery and you really like good slice of life, this anime is very intriguing. I ended up watching two seasons amongst a couple weeks, and I really got really into it. I heard there's screen landed for season three, and see more will they won't they love story. If you're into love stories, this is good. If you're into the ideal of what this truly is, it's good. If you were into detective stuff, it's good. If you're into medicine, it's good. If you're into science, it's good. This anime has everything for pretty much anybody except for an action thing. There's not really a very big action aspect of it. It's more story driven, more slice of life driven than needing much anime. This anime is really great with two seasons, great characters, great character development. As one of the worst parents in season two, you have the idea of, even though she doesn't really show too much emotion, but she does show emotion to her friends and sometimes shows the more devious sides of her. There's even a humorous information of a frog. You'll find out later when you go into season two. I highly recommend this anime to anyone who really likes something out of the unusual for anime, more the aspect of what anime can offer. The idea that this doesn't take place in Japan, but it takes place more in ancient China and ancient Chinese culture. I give this anime a 5 out of 5. Thank you.
Welcome to the show where anime dreams come alive. Let's go! All-American Otaku vibe, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, we're turning every stage. All-American Otaku, their worlds collide. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions and scenes, cooking up dreams. Japanese culture bursting at the seams. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions and scenes, cooking up dreams. Japanese culture bursting at the seams. All-American Otaku feel the vibe, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, we're turning every stage. All-American Otaku, where worlds collide. I'm there and Mr. Pat by my side, exploring every genre, let's take that ride. From action to drama, it's all here. Community strong, let's make it clear. Otaku dreams, we're chasing the light.